Let's wait for a while.
Just mute the audio or some shit.
Sorry?
Just mute the audio or something.
A warning.
What?
What did you mean?
Like on stream. Like mute the Discord audio or something.
Like mute us while we're talking, basically.
Yeah.
Until the podcast actually starts, that is.
No, the family is for KOS Alliance. Hey guys, welcome. Alright, welcome to my stream. I'm Matchbox from Tang Dynasty. I'll be doing a podcast regarding the event in BDOC. The first one will be the season that I'm going to do about the war last week. I got the KOS Alliance here now, but we'll be missing KOS. We will do it on another week. Are you guys ready? Yeah, okay.
Test.
Alright, so since I'm the host from Tang Dynasty, we will start first. Gunner will be representing Tang Dynasty. We'll ask about first. We introduce about the guild, and then we'll follow on the stuff.
Yeah, so basically, Tang Dynasty. So what, you want me to just explain, like, our current situation?
No,
What are the
just
questions?
the questions. The questions are on the page. For people that don't know.
Promo
You just
after
introduce
hour.
about
Oh god.
yeah.
How am I gonna sell
2017.
Tang out?
Yeah, just
We gotta
introduce
ask
about the guild, man.
Join. Well, yeah, basically, like with Tang, it's kind of hard to think of one on the spot, but we at Tang Dynasty, we currently have Calpheon because, yeah, you know, Exalted kind of ruined the siege scene, trying to get it back.
No, gonna just introduce about Tang first. Like, what's the core value of Tang? Like, what do we do in Tang Dynasty?
We life skill and we Chinese god farm and we're part of North Asia, so that is the best way to describe Tang, if that's what you wanted to know. We are a life skilling, sourcing, grinding guild. That's basically what we are. We try to get sharps and hards to catch up to all these guys that are already getting like Tetzarkas and all. But yeah, Tang Dynasty, I know you'd probably be Light would probably be better off explaining what Tang Dynasty is.
Yeah.
Because I'm like the solo. It's kind of the oddball in Tang Dynasty.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that PKs everyone, and like Tank Dynasty as a group, we follow rules. Like we ask people to leave nicely and stuff, and if they don't, well, we'll PK your deck. But yeah,
Yeah.
we I found that we're a very friendly guild, and I find the community that we're in very fun. So if you're looking to join, hit up Blight.
Okay. For the next question is like what guild is Tank looking up to fight on or take on?
Well, at the moment, like we're just growing our numbers, getting like, because we don't really have the best numbers right now, so we're going to look to take on any guild that wants to fight, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no one specific, but like we'd like to fight anyone that wants to fight, like just hit us up. We'll be more than happy to organize a GVG with your guild.
Yeah. The next question will be like so do we do Tank have any beef on any other guild like?
I would say it's hard to say. Exalted, I guess we have a bit of beef with because like we were with a non-aggression pact, and then that non-aggression pact fell apart, and then like we started decking on each other, so we've got a little beef there. But
Okay.
and obviously the siege scene. But other than that, not really. Try to get along with all the guilds. But then again, this is like a PvP game. You get decked on if like someone doesn't like what you're doing, like if you're griefing or anything. So I wouldn't really call. I guess Exalted wouldn't be beef. It's more, I don't know, friendly rivalry.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'll continue on the next guild. Let's introduce all the guild in the alliance first. Then we go into the alliance question, like what really happened in the war against alliance of Exalted. So the next guild be coming up will be Mushi from Vicarious.
Be curious.
Yeah.
Yo, turn before I talk. People wanting to turn the Discord volume up just a tiny bit.
I can do that.
Let me know what you're doing that.
Hold on. All right.
All right, sick. So my name is Mushi. I'm the GM of Vicarious. So basically, are you tired of 30k salaries a day? Getting 4v1 to nodes by Exalted Alliance? Is it getting boring? How about you join our growing family? We got PvP buffs, we got life skill buffs, we got payouts, we got a Discord, we got memes, and we got a siege scene. And we're here to protect it.
Okay. So it's the same question generally. Which guild are you guys looking to take on, like friendly fights and stuff?
I mean, we've been decked on by Exalted for like a month because we won a 3v3, and then they got salty. Then we got decked on for like 3 weeks by them. We get decked on by like almost every fucking large guild in the game. It's pretty enjoyable. We're kind of trying to build up numbers at the moment. We don't really want to fight anyone too big because when you have new players coming in, it's kind of hard to be super decked against someone like Exalted. You watch your lobbies get farmed. But the main one we're looking to dethrone in future is Tang. Just a friendly little rivalry.
Okay. Okay, that would be all for Vicarious. Orion from Toxic. Do you want to go next?
Hey, yes, I'm here.
Yeah. You can introduce about your guild first, like what's it about?
All right, so toxic. That doesn't mean that we are actually toxic. It's just mean that when we come out with a name, we was thinking, we're looking at the server chat, we see some racist comments here and there, and then it's like, wow, this server so toxic. we all came from Video Taiwan. And then after we all say that and say, okay, let's just name our guild toxic. However, our general rule is basically we don't want anyone to be in the guild to be toxic. So it's kind of like a contradiction of our name, but yeah, we try to be friendly with everyone. Do not do some toxic behavior except for some maybe some other guilds that we don't like. We also looking for members. Requirement is level 56, 400 GS and above. Yeah, we all like most of us are veterans from video Taiwan. We know like all sort of things in the game, and we can help you out if you want to join.
Okay.
And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all for the guild introduction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the questions will be the same. Like, what guild are you looking to take on to have fight with?
Exalted, of course.
Are you having beef with them as well?
So we joined the game quite late, right? Like maybe 3 weeks after Sea was launched, but somehow in the beginning we got decked like perma deck by Exalted as well as perma deck by Destroyer for like whole month. And the reason was just because it's a stupid reason. Some guy wanted to take over the Sheep Mountain. Exalted guy, can't remember his name. And as for Destroyer, I think there's some beef back from Taiwan, and the guy like, was from Taiwan came to sea, and then found out that we are also in sea. There's some drama there.
Okay.
But then, yeah, since Destroyer is already gone, we still want to take on Exalted.
Okay. So that's you want to take on them, and because they are, you have beef with them, so
Yeah,
you're
and
looking to fight them on a par scene.
yes, and most of the players are just say arrogant. Not say arrogant. I want to use a better word, but I don't know.
Toxic.
Yeah, basically toxic. Just arrogant. It's not healthy to the community as well.
Okay. First of all, the for this podcast is not about it's not about the fight of the alliance and stuff that is going to be on. It's about the history of the event that already happened. I just want to get some information for people that doesn't know about what happened previous war. Why did the alliance up to fight Exalted Alliance? Uh, so this is what the podcast is basically about. There's no debate here. You can be right, you can be wrong. Doesn't really matter. This is about the game. So next up will be Yakuza from Yakuza Snow BT. Are you there?
Snowbeat.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, my name is Snowbeady. We're from Yakuza Guild. Uh, Mostly our players are veterans from GP server. And basically we are PPX guild, if you say that. So we are mixed like more life skilling and grinding and PvP of course. And our members are mostly from Indonesia, but we have also from Malaysia and some from from Australia. But yeah, uh, yeah, I think that's all about my guild.
Okay. Which are you looking to find any guild in like for some friendly fight or
Uh, no, well, actually, yeah, we have some beef up with Exalted before at the first of the C server. Yeah, so we met with Medea server, and then they were we got perma declared by them, and then they're asking us to leave on the server because I think 40% of our players in Yakuza are veteran, but 60% are new players. So yeah, they don't know why they got uh, PK by someone, and yeah, so yeah, we choose to move out from the server at the time, and then somehow the Exalted have an alliance with Maximum and Garuda, and suddenly those kind of those alliance perma declare us as well, and then we don't know why, and then yeah, so that's why. I guess so.
Okay.
That's why we joined the alliance.
Oh, I see. Okay, right now, these are mainly the guild right now. Tang, Darius, Toxic, and Yakuza here. KOS isn't around right now. The alliance, the alliance is formed by who's the one that started the alliance? Victorious, yeah, Victorious. Like who's
It was a mix between KOS and Kang. Light spoke to most of the English guilds. KOS spoke to the Indos and the Filipinos and all that.
what, what was the cause to form the alliance? What was the cause?
To stop Exalted ruining the siege scene by bringing multiple guilds.
Yeah, do you guys expect to be fighting Exalted alone only?
I mean, they are like they have the most like strongest members for the most part. Like everyone knows they're the strongest guild. People just want to actually have a proper 1v1 or like free for alls against them. People don't want to have to verse, a bunch of random guilds as well. When the only main fight people want is like Exalted. Like I can guarantee, if you had a choice between versing a bunch of scrub guilds or Exalted, pretty much everyone's gonna choose Exalted because it's gonna be a sick fight. But when you have to verse like shitter guilds, it's not the greatest.
But you guys joined the alliance, the QS alliance, by knowing that you might be permadecked by Exalted. It's one of the strongest guild right now, no doubt. They have all the top players in there. Most of them are really good. I do admit they are good. But what the only thing that you guys joined the alliance is to stop the siege scene, the noob war scene. I heard like to be not to be zerked by one main group of the strongest guild in the game right now. That is the why the alliance is formed. Yeah.
Yeah, because people
Yeah.
didn't want to go to a node, find out that the Exalted family is there, and then GG.
There's no
4v1.
yeah.
Well, not just siege, right? It's also for tier 3 nodes, example.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you wanna go fight,
No.
you have to be prepared to fight like 3 or 4 guilds there. So it's kind of not fair as well for the rest of the guilds.
Yeah, it should be a free for all. Like that's the way Node was intended in Korea. That's how it started in Korea. People didn't like ally really. Like the first territory war I participated in Korea, which is like fucking 4 years ago or some shit. And there were like literally no alliances. Like it was a free for all. Every guild was just knocking out like the first guild they seen. And if you were lucky enough to hide your base in a like well hidden spot, you could last to like the last 3 to 4 guilds, and you'd most likely be a winner because it'd be just a free for all between those 4 guilds. I guess 1v3 when it's a free for all is a lot easier than 1v3 where they're all teamed up against you. So yeah, it's definitely a lot better for a free for all rather than alliances. I understand, how could I say, not allying, but non-aggression pacting. Non-aggression pacting is like probably what you want to go for in a node war or a territory war, but don't do allies. Allies are not like, that's not how siege or node war should be. It should be non-aggression packs, and then you duke it out at the end.
Yep. Go on. I think Lights wants to join and give comment.
He joined and left.
Yeah, he did join and leave.
Oh damn! Shit. Okay. What am I supposed to do now? Oh my god, there's so much people. Fuck.
What? What is Chin doing here? There's a rare Pokemon there.
He goes everywhere.
Okay. So right now, I have a question. Will the alliance still be policing other guilds when they ban up?
I mean, most people don't want it to happen.
I
But
would assume like that it would probably come back together if like other guilds started making big alliances for nodes and siege. That's the only time I could see this alliance coming back together.
So the square table will be banning up and to fight the alliance. I mean, who is going to report to who in the alliance?
I think it would just be the same people that were like in the original 8 guilds that were in the alliance last week.
Yeah.
I think it would just be like, okay, these guys have all allied up once again. We will do the same to counter it, and then it would end up in guilds rotating castles, which is not fun at all.
Yeah, and it also won't be like like 7 guilds report to 1 guild. It's probably just gonna be like a mutual agreement with all other guilds. Like,
Yeah.
say we found out like this new alliance coming up, then we have
Like-
to do something about it, lah.
the thing is, the second that Exalted lost, everyone just free for all. Like that's what it was. As soon as they lost, everyone free for all. There was no fucking alliance. Like it was purely to be like, Exalted, stop doing this shit. But the second that, they were gone, etc., everyone was just having fun. Like it was us versus Destroyers, KOS versus Tang. Like, it was all good fun, but that's what we want in the Siege scene. And like Node Wars, we don't want to have, oh shit, I'm left in a 2v5 or like 1v5 or whatever else. Like GG, it's over for us.
But everyone know. I mean, the alliance know that is Exalted going to be alone on the fight on that day.
No.
No, we don't know.
90, like literally, everyone always says that, we brought 8 guilds or whatever else, but most of the people that were asked weren't expecting, so many people to drop. When we saw 8 guilds, pretty much everyone thought it was going to be a 4v4, or like a 3v4. And then we all find out like I think it was like an hour or two before Siege that it's all of us. And we were just like, oh, okay. Found out the Rob, then, what's the other guild? Exile, that one. They're on the, Serendia. So it was a pretty big shock to pretty much everyone, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I was shocked.
So was that.
Yeah. Yeah, Galen, what are you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying that I was shocked. Like I honestly thought it was going to be a 4v5 where we had the extra guild, but it turned out that it was 8v1. And then like rock up to Siege and you got like 8 guilds just standing outside this gate waiting for their turn to charge it down. I have to admit last week's war was very boring. The first like hour or so.
Yeah. But I mean, like for the castle siege, it's definitely not going to be suitable to siege down with just one guild. Like, how is only one guild going to be taking down one castle without alliance?
So like we understand that people are gonna, group up at the fucking when they're attacking the siege, the castle. I mean, they're gonna be grouping up for that little bit, but after that, we don't want an alliance there. It's like, all right, you killed the defending guild. Everyone's goal is to do that. Now its goal is to fight it out. Who is the actual best that deserves this node?
Yeah, I think that's the way Castle Siege is supposed to go. So basically, the guilds outside the castle generally kill each other, and then like the last guild or two standing charges the castle. That's why like Territory War lasts 4 hours, because it normally takes an hour to 2 hours to take out all the other guilds. And to be honest, C has a very small siege scene. We don't have very many guilds if you've looked. I think we've got 10 siege guilds. I think 13 or something, which is very small.
Yeah,
Very
most
small.
half of them aren't like full members either.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's kind of all of what I'm going to ask. To summarize the podcast, is right now the podcast is not a debate. Yeah, it's a point of view of each guild. you can say whatever you want without getting interrupted by anyone. Okay. The war was started by Exalted being a Zerg guild in Node war, which caused all the alliance to band up against them. That's basically why everyone in the 8 guilds are alliance right now. To to save the siege scene from being controlled by just one big group of alliance.
Precisely right. Yeah.
Mm. And Exalted, if you guys want to, I would like to have a podcast with the Exalted Alliance as well, same as this. There's no debate about it. Uh, it's just you guys can talk about what you guys have planned to do, what you guys were planning to do, and do you know is an alliance going to be fighting against you guys if you guys are alliancing up? I mean, there's always someone better, in the Chinese saying, there's always someone taller than you.
Right. What was the
Yeah.
question?
Oh no, there's no questions. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
finishing the topic here. It's only about the last siege war. There's nothing more. I will do this in some season. If there's any big battle coming up, after the battle, I will do a podcast about why and what happened, kind of stuff. Uh, you yeah, you can do a podcast. Yeah, sure. Also, you can maybe record it so I can get it into a clip into my collection. I'll be the historian of BDOC, the Game of Throne of BDOC. I would thank you guys for joining this podcast. It's I mean, KOS isn't here right now. Maybe I'll do it on next week on about what KOS have to say about their point of view next week. Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Boy.
Hi, Mesh.
Siege on set.
Hey, Tian.
So serious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is Tian on Tian Nation, Yon's Nation.
Oh my god, don't you
Oops.
dare call me Tian Nation. Holy shit.
All right. I'll see you guys.
See you. Thank you
I see
for
you guys
Oh,
next
that
week.
Thank
was
you.
podcast.
that was live. Holy shit.
Yeah, yes, this is live.
Yeah, thanks for those swearings. Ciao.
Yeah, that will be all for this podcast. Thanks for the follow and thanks for popping by on the view. I will put this up on YouTube for people that wants to listen to the podcast. Whichever
Do
part you
remember
miss.
to crop the last part out because I didn't know that you were still live.
No, I'm going to put everything in.
Oh no.
No, I'll just edit it. Everything here on is got nothing to do with the podcast. And a few of you guys have followed. Let me thank you, Orin and Stubborn and Depression Soap. Thanks for following the channel. You guys are free to leave if you're done. And I'll be ending the podcast. Bye bye.
Great job though.